Hey there, folks. Welcome to Combat Painter's Winter Tabletop Baseball channel, and broadcasting here from the bottom of the 8th inning, 1988 at Shea Stadium. It's Scott Terry, against David Cohn. Score stands at St. Louis 3 and the Mets 2. The Mets are due up here in the bottom of the 8th. It's Wilson, Jeffries, and Hernandez. Wilson is 1 for 3 on the day. He doubled in the 6th and scored a run. Here's the pitch to Mookie Wilson. And it's off Terry's card. A 7, and that's a split die 112 single. Otherwise, it's a line out to the shortstop. And that gets through into left field for a hit for Wilson. So Wilson is on at first. He's got good speed. He's a beast stealer. Don't know if we're going to send him with a B, but he's got the potential to go. Now Jeffries is the Mets' hottest hitter, and he's 1 for 3 with a home run in the first. Got a heck of a card. Had a good short month, if you will. Had 100 at bats, 109 at bats, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs. So you times that by 5, you would have hit 30 home runs with 40 doubles and 10 triples. Would have been a pretty good season. Batted .321 in 1988. So here's the pitch from Terry. And it's a 3-6. A 3-6 is a deep drive. And that ball's going to bound 1 hop to the wall. Now, they're going to be waving Wilson home. Wilson running. Mookie Wilson is a 17. So we're going to try to score the tying run here. See what happens. And he's safe at the plate. So it's a RBI double by Jeffries. And Mookie Wilson scores all the way from first base with 1 out. And next is Hernandez, Keith Hernandez, the Mets' first baseman. And he batted .276 with 11 home runs. He spent some time on the injured list in 1988, had only 348 at bats. So runners on second, Hernandez the batter. Jeffrey takes his lead. The pitch from Terry. Off Terry's card, a 6-4, and that's a swing and a miss, and Hernandez down on strikes. Terry's 6th strikeout. 1 away now. Jeffrey's still on at second. It's a go-ahead run for the Mets. The Mets tied it up. Single and then a double by Jeffries, scoring Wilson here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch to Strawberry. And it's popped up to the right side. First baseman calling for it. Out number 2. Next is Kevin McReynolds. Kevin McReynolds is 1 for 3. Kevin McReynolds batted .288 with 27 home runs. Here's the pitch. That's ball 4. And John Costello is going to be coming in for the Cards from the bullpen. Costello had a 1.81 ERA, a 5-2 1-loss record. He's going to pitch to Johnson. Runners on first and second. So Terry's out of the game. He's a little bit surprised that the manager pulled him. Here's the pitch from Costello to Johnson. Hojo's 0 for 3. Grounded out, struck out, and flied out. Here's the pitch. 3-8. And that's a swing and a miss, and Hojo down on strikes for out number 3. But the Mets tie it up here in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. It's going to be Cone versus Oquendo, Pena, and Alicea. Oquendo's 0 for 3 on the day. It's the pitch from Cone. And that's a deep drive to left field and to the track. McReynolds makes the catch, out number 1. Looked like it had a chance for a second there on a split die. The wind kept it in the ballpark. Windy day here at Shea across the road from LaGuardia Airport. Low-flying planes have a tendency to interrupt the game. Batters step out of the box often when it gets really loud. Okay, it's Pena. Pena is 1 for 3 with a double in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Cone. 4-8. That's a strikeout. That's Cone's 13th strikeout of the game. 2 away. And Alicea is next. Luis Alicea here in the top of the 9th inning. It's 3-3. And it's a 1-9er. That's a ground ball right at the second baseman, Backman, over to first, out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Cone. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be Carter, Backman, and Cone. We'll most likely see a pinch hitter for Cone here in the bottom of the 9th. 3-3. St. Louis at New York, 1988. September 30th, I believe. These are the last 3 games of the season. Here's Gary Carter, the kid. It's off Costello's card. That's a ground ball to Alicea. 1 away. Wally Backman next. And that's a strikeout. Second strikeout for Costello. Gonna see a pinch hitter now. Pinch hitter is going to be Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra had 429 at bats, 19 doubles, 3 triples, 8 home runs, 270 batting average. He'll be batting for the pitcher Cone. So unless something happens here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, Cone won't be getting the win or the loss. It'll be a no decision. Here's a pitch from Costello. It's a ground ball. Chopper to second. Alicea has it over to first. Out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 10th. Be a new pitcher for the Mets. Going to bring in Randy. Actually, we're going to bring in McDowell. Roger McDowell's coming in. Roger McDowell is going to face the pitcher spot. He's going to have a pinch hitter. Denny Walling is going to pinch hit for the pitcher. Denny Walling batted .239 with 13 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run, .232 at bats. Here's the pitch to Walling. 2-6. It's a ground ball right to shortstop. Hojo up with it. Guns it to first. Out number 1. Next is McGee. McGee is 1 for 4. Singled in the first, stole a base, and then scored. Willie McGee, 292 batter. Here's the pitch to McGee from McDowell. It's a ground ball. Chopper to second, Backman over to first. 2 out. Next is going to be Booker. Don't have a card for him, so I'm using a pitcher's hitting card, number 5. He didn't have a home run, so this one actually corresponded to his batting average. 6-5, and that's line base hit. So 2-out single for Booker. Now Booker that's his 3rd hit of the game. He's 3 for 5. He has 3 singles. And Pedro Guerrero, the batter. Pitch for McDowell. So 1-8. It's a hard hit ground ball to Hojo. Flips to Backman for the force to end the inning. Cards leave 1. No 3-3 at the end of 9.5. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Mets are going to bring up Wilson, Jeffries, and Hernandez. See a new pitcher. It's going to be Ken Daly. Daly for... Now Daly had a 2.77 ERA and a 2-win, 7-loss, 1-loss record. He's going to face Wilson, Jeffries, and Hernandez. It's a 3-3 game here in the bottom of the 10th. We joined the game in the bottom of the 8th when the Mets tied it. And it's Wilson, Jeffries, and Hernandez. Wilson is 2 for 4, a double and a single, scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Wilson. So 1-11. It's a ground ball at the shortstop. Okendo, 1 away. Jeffries, 2 for 4, home run and a double. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right at the second baseman. Alicea throws him out for out number 2. Keith Hernandez. Hernandez is 1 for 4. Bottom of the 10th, 3-3 game. 1988. 6-7. And that's lined. Gets through for a hit. So a 2-out single for Hernandez is on at first. Not a threat to steal at an 11 speed. And not a very good stolen base rating. Here's the pitch to Strawberry, Darryl Strawberry, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. So 3-8. And that's a swing and a miss. Out number 3. We go to top of the 11th. It's going to be Brunansky, Morris, and Okendo against Roger McDowell. Here's the pitch from McDowell to Brunansky. It's a ground ball hit at the shortstop. Hojo over to first, 1 away. Morris is up. He's 0 for 4. Left fielder for the Cards. Ground ball at first baseman. Hernandez takes it himself. Out number 2. And Jose Okendo. Okendo is 0 for 4 on the day. Here's the pitch from McDowell. Swung on and hit to third base. Jeffries over to first. In time, out number 3. Go to the bottom of the 11th now. It's going to be Daly pitching to McReynolds, Johnson, and Carter. 1 for 3 on the day for McReynolds and a walk. Here's the pitch. 7. It's a ground ball at third base. Booker over to first. 1 away. Hojo now. Hojo's 0 for 4. Ground ball, comebacker right to the pitcher. Daly over to first. 2 out. Gary Carter, the batter. Carter's 0 for 4. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive. Base hit into center field. Gary Carter's on at first. Backman lifted to right. Bernansky, in a few steps, makes the catch. Out number 3. We go to the top of the 12th inning. McDowell went 2 innings so far. We don't want to let him go any longer than 2 innings. So, going to bring in a new pitcher. Going to pull a double switch for the Mets here in the 12th inning. I'm running out of boxes on my scorecard. Excuse me. So we're going to bring in a second baseman. It's going to be Tim Tuffle. It's going to be a double switch. And Terry Leach. It's going to be the new pitcher. Leach is the new pitcher for the Mets. And it's going to be Tuffle playing second base. So he's going to lead off the next inning, the bottom of the 12th. It's going to be Pena, Alicea, and the pitcher spot. Probably going to see a pinch hitter. Here's the pitch from Leach to Tony Pena. Pena's 1 for 4. And that's a fly ball lifted to center. Wilson pounds the glove. 1 away. .211. That's a ground ball, second base. Tuffle in for Backman. Handle that easily. And it's a pitcher spot, so we're going to see a pinch hitter here. It's going to be, let's see what we got here. Kurt Ford is going to pinch hit. Two outs. Kurt Ford batted .195 with 1 home run. 5-9er. That's a fly ball lifted to center. Shallow. Out number 3. Go to bottom of the 12th, 3-3. 1988, Shea Stadium. Cards versus the Mets. Tuffle's going to lead it off for the Mets. New pitcher for the Cards. It's going to be Steve Peters. Steve Peters. Here's the pitch to Tuffle. And it's a 1-9. That's ball 4. Tuffle's on. Mookie Wilson. Mookie Wilson's going to bunt. It's a 9. And fails to bunt them over. So they get Tuffle at second base. So it's a fielder's choice. 1 out. And Wilson on at first, but Wilson's got good speed. Here's the pitch to Jeffries. It's a 4-8. And that's going to be a double. And they're going to wave Wilson home. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Mets win it. Walk-off double for Greg Jeffries. Scores Wilson for the game-winning hit here in the bottom of the 12th off of Peters, Steve Peters. Mets win it in the 12th by a score of 4-3. Jeffries is being mobbed by his teammates. Jeffries was 3 for 6 in this game with a home run and 2 doubles. Drove in 3 out of the 4 Mets runs. And that's all she wrote for tonight, guys. Great game. Ended in the bottom of the 12th. Greg Jeffries doubles off the wall. In right. Wilson scores all the way from first base. And Mets win it by a score of 4-3. Have a great night.